Welcome today. My name is Jay McGowan. I'm the Director of Financial Planning here at Five Plan Partners, and today I want to discuss the importance of having an emergency fund. I recently read a study that stated that 57% of adult Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. And when I hear that statistic, it alarms me because when we go through financial plans and we help people navigate these situations, things come up that you're typically not expecting, you're not budgeting for, you're not prepared for, such as housing issues, automotive issues, health issues, and even job loss. So it's very important to have an emergency fund set aside. What is an appropriate emergency fund? The textbooks will tell you between 3 and 6 months of basic living expenses is what you need for an emergency fund in liquid cash savings. Typically, what I tell people is if you have two sources of income that are fairly similar, so the example here would be two working spouses that make similar money, 3 months worth of living expenses is more appropriate. If you have one main source of income in a family, then I would suggest leaning more towards that 6 months. The theory is that, if you have two sources of income, one person loses a job and you have 3 months worth of savings, that 3 months worth of savings plus the other person's income can get you 6 months worth of living while the other person finds a job or gets back on their feet. And then the opposite is true. If only one source of income, one person loses the job, obviously you need more savings to get you where you need to be. One important thing that I see with emergency funds is that these assets really do need to be truly segregated from other assets that you may have. These are not merely rainy day funds or, let's go to the Bahamas funds. These need to be truly segregated for emergency purposes only. And because what I see typically is that if people have them earmarked for emergencies and other things, typically they're going to get spent on other things. One tip that I have to kind of make this easier on you psychologically is to put your emergency funds at a different institution or bank other than where your checking account is. You can still link your accounts. You can still transfer the funds from the emergency fund to your checking account. It usually takes 2 to 3 business days. But having it at a different location where you can't just click a button and move it from savings into your checking account instantly really helps with that psychological thought that this is truly an emergency fund. Another thing is that online banks and some money market or short duration bond mutual funds that typically are like cash are giving you a higher yield than what a traditional bank might give you. So if you put the emergency funds away, you're not going to use them unless you do have an emergency. You can get over 2% on your money at this point. Obviously, that's subject to change, but right now that's a good option. So I think emergency funds are extremely important. It's typically one of the first goals I tell people to try to achieve when I'm putting together financial plans for people. I think it's very important to have that taken care of before you do some other things. Not only will it protect you if something bad or unforeseen happens to you and your family, but it'll also give you a lot of peace of mind knowing that you have it there if something does happen. If you have any questions about this or other topics related to your financial plan, we'd love to hear from you. Please give us a call and we can go over this topic and any others that you have questions on. Thanks and have a great day.